Let's now look at the last administrative command that you're going to use quite often. In case you've guessed it, it's backup and restore. So here is the file school.db that we've been playing with. A backup is basically a mechanism to create a safe copy of your database state, and restore is used to recreate the database back from the dump that you took. So let's see how to create a backup of this school.db file. Here is the skeleton code for it. Use SQLite 3 along with the file name, invoke the .dump command, then pipe the response through gzip and create your dump file. That's about it. So now we have our dump file. We also have our school.db. To understand what happens as part of the dump command, it basically throws out the SQL commands that are required for recreating the database state. So it starts a transaction, which we'll soon explore in great detail, runs the create table command followed by the insert statements, and then of course the next table is students2 and a bunch of insert statements, and then finally commit. Now that we understand how to back up a database, the next operation is to restore. Let's now see how to get that done. Let's now restore this dump into a new database called new.db. Here is the skeleton code to get this done. Use zcat to throw the output and pipe it to SQLite 3, and you're done. Now we can do one thing, that is basically invoke new.db on the SQLite 3 prompt and then list the tables. There are actually two tables, and then you can of course issue a select on each of these tables and ensure that data is indeed present. But there is a better way to do it. Turns out there is this thing called SHA-SUM. So if you look at the SHA-SUM of this, shows a hash of the contents of all the tables in this database. So how do you invoke it on a particular DB from the command prompt? Here's how you do it. Now let's look at the SHA-SUM of school.db. You'll notice that they're exactly the same. So that's how you confirm that your backup and restore is proper. In case you just create a dummy file, so like this, right? Test.db, and then run a SHA-SUM, you'll notice that it's blank. Don't be worried, because there are no tables in this database, which is why it's a blank. So this is something to keep in mind. This brings us to the end of .commands. We will now dig into the create table statement moving forward.